Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Roots of Reggae podcast, presented by Jetstar Music. This podcast series features some of the biggest reggae artists discussing their music careers, how they got where they are today, and stories from behind the music. In episode 2, Barrington Levy discusses how he started making music, his iconic vocal style, the story behind Here I Come, and much more. Oh no! If you enjoy the podcast, please like and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next episode. Big Sunday evening chicken black and white rice. They give me carrot juice and it no having no eyes. Upcoming episodes include Gregory Isaacs, Beanie Man, Buju Banton, and more. The situation, it's getting so tough. Things that we need, we can't get enough. Oh no! For now, please enjoy episode 2 of The Roots of Reggae with Barrington Levy. Live good, my friend, and Jah will see you through to the end. Live good, my friend, just listen to what I say.
Okay. Yeah, so I want to start by asking you where and when you were born.
No.
Find out
I want to talk about that.
Well, can you tell me a bit about your early days, just like growing up? Where did you grow up?
Where did I grow up? I grew up in the Kingston 11 area, and then after a while I left, and I grew to country, which is in the Clarendon area, and that's where I pursue my singing career.
So how old were you when you moved out to Clarendon?
I was like 8 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why did you pursue a music career from that time? How did it happen?
Oh well, I couldn't tell you how it happened. It just happened. I mean, music is everything from day one, and I really put my everything into it and decided that I want to be a singer.
How did you start singing, or who were you inspired by?
Well, I was inspired by Michael Jackson. It was the main person. I was watching Michael Jackson on television, and I mean, really bring up a buzz as a young kid, tearing up the place. Dennis Brown is my favorite artist to help uplift me same way.
Okay.
John Holt,
And so since you said you were going in Kingston 11, and then you're out there in the countryside, what can you tell me about the two different experiences, like growing up in town and then...
Well, the two different experiences is the quietness of the country and the excitement of Kingston. The quietness of the country really gave me the energy to sit down and really put lyrics together. And then the excitement of Kingston helped to boost me to, really go out there and do it.
Okay. So, did you actually sit down and begin to write lyrics? Like, put the pen
Well, I didn't write. I didn't put the pen to paper. I was like, get an idea and I just save it in my head and,
okay.
Improve on it until I say, yes, this is a great idea. I'm going to put it on tape.
Now, you were saying on that program there that you spent some time in England.
Yeah, I live in England for 10 years.
Like, from what age to when?
I spent from 82 to 92.
Okay, well, we'll get to that in a bit because your recording career starts before that.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So, now I had read somewhere, maybe you can clarify this, that before you began to record as a solo artist, you were involved with a group?
Yes, definitely. We started out with my cousin, both of us. We do 2 songs together, and it was called The Mighty Multitude. But after we did the 2 songs together, we split. So
that was just you and your cousin as a duo?
Yes.
And that's when you were still living in Clarendon, I think?
No, this is when I leave from Clarendon and come back to Kingston.
Okay, so where were you living then, and how old were you?
I was living in Kingston 11, and I was like 13 years old.
And that was like the same place you were living before?
No.
A different
place? Yes.
Okay, and so were you still going to school at that time?
Yes, I was still going to school. But I still have time to, do my thing.
What was school like for you? school?
School was all right, but I was more focused on getting my songs on the radio.
Okay.
You know, and my main interest was there.
Okay.
Yes.
So you and your cousin, that's your recording debut?
Yes.
And where did you do those songs and who did you do them for?
The first one I did for David Katz.
Okay.
And the other one I did for Barry Biggs at Dynamic Sound.
So with David Katz, did you just like attend an audition? And...
No. What I did, there's this group called Meditation.
Yeah, yeah.
And in in Majestic Garden, they used to, that's where they're from. So they used to sit on the gully bank and play their guitar. And as a kid, I used to just stand by and watch them.
But you weren't living right in that area.
Yes,
you were.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I get a chance to go up to Ansel and said, I can sing, you know.
Right.
I said, I have a song. And he said, I sing it, let me hear it. And I sing it, and he trumped the guitar, and then that's it. I just link up with my cousin, and then we go to the studio and revise the song.
But I keep telling her I'm too experienced to be taking for a stroll. Too experienced for someone to rock and roll. I'm too experienced to be taking for a ride. And I know it's not my foolish bride. She hates the sight of me.
And then how long after did you do the one for Barry Biggs, and how did that come about?
I don't know, maybe the next 2 years after.
Okay.
Somebody from the David Katz session, one of the musicians was there and said, introduced me to Barry Biggs and said, this youth I can sing, you know. He said, we do song for that. And I said, okay. And I did the song for Dynamic Sounds. And then after that, was struggling again. So
nothing much happened with either of those tracks?
No. So me and my cousin started to argue about money, and we split.
Okay.
So I take the dancehall for it, which is the sound system, as a solo act, and that's where it started.
So what sound system were you acting?
Well, there was this sound called Burning Spear. There was this sound called Tape Tone.
Where were they based?
They was based in Kingston 11, same way, Payne Avenue.
Okay.
And
so you just went round the mic one night, or?
I just went round the mic one night. Leroy Smart was singing on the song, and I went round there, and Juna Brahma, which is Trinity, said, "Come here, youth.
Okay.
Can sing on this? Give me the mic." And I sing the first two notes, and the place was crazy, went crazy, and it started from there.
And did you sing an original song?
Yes. I sing called Shine Eye Girl.
Oh,
Shine Eye Girl and Collyweed.
Okay.
Original song.
So you had written those songs already?
Yeah.
And by that time you were putting pen to paper?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. Now, in that time, were there a lot of singers actually singing on songs?
Yes. No, I was the only one who was singing on song, because Sugar Minott was, Sugar Minott do it, but he already go to studio one and make his song. You have Barry Brown, you have Tristan Palmer, and I just went ahead and just do my thing.
Okay, so when does it step to a next step where you begin to record as a solo act?
One day I went to a talent show, and after I went to the talent show, this guy called John Laws sent somebody to come and see me, and when they come to see me, they said John would like to see me.
Okay.
So I went to see John, and he's saying he has a track that he would like me to go on. And I went to the studio and did a song called A Yahweh Day, giving thanks and praise. And then from that, I did Collyweed, and Collyweed becomes huge in Jamaica.
So you actually recorded A Yahweh Day first?
Yes.
And did he release it?
As a solo act.
Yeah.
Yes, and yes, he did release it.
Now when he approached you, was he an established producer?
No.
He was just a new guy?
Yeah, new guy on the block. Because I used to walk to the established studios like Joe Gibbs, and they used to give me the runaround. Come back next week. He showed interest and believed in me.
Okay.
And that's when I went with him.
So before he sent somebody to approach you, did you know who he was?
No.
Not really.
No.
Okay.
But I didn't care who he was. I was just interested in getting my song on the street.
So what was that like for you when Cullyweed bust out, and what happened from there?
My head swelled, big, huge, and I was so happy. And then from there, I made an album.
Yeah.
And the album was called Charlene Temple.
Yeah.
And they released it in America and called it Bounty Hunter.
Girl, I love you, but I'm shy, and I don't know why I'm shy. Whoa. But my love grows strong for you every day. Saying, and can I introduce myself? My name is Mr. Cool and Loving. Whoa.
Now, about those tracks in that time, first of all, I want to ask you about your style. The Mighty Multitude stuff, I haven't been able to track it down.
No.
So maybe you can explain how is your solo stuff different from how you started?
Yes, what I've done. Scene? Yeah. Okay. Say that question again?
The Mighty Multitudes.
Yeah.
Maybe you can tell me a little bit what did that material sound like, and then when you came as a solo, what you were doing different?
What I was doing different, I don't know, because my intentions was the same as was when I was with the group. Okay. You know what I mean? To keep it cultural, keep it dance. Yeah, you know, keep it lovers rock. You know what I mean? A mixture of both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then let me ask you, when you're coming with that Shaolin Temple album and, you know, Shine Eye Girl, Shaolin Temple, all these tracks from that era, how would you say you developed that style? I mean, your singing style is very...
different now. Well, it's when I smoke weed.
Yeah.
When I just started smoke weed, I get all these vibes from it. When if I burn a spliff, and I sit down, I'll be hearing a lot of sounds. And I just pick a sound.
Okay.
Something that was different from everybody's one.
Okay.
Know? Although Michael Jackson was my favorite artist, I had Dennis Brown, you know what I mean? I still try to come with my own style.
So you were drawing little bits from their influence, but developing your own thing?
Yes.
Okay. Then moving up, you get a next album like Englishman.
Right.
Yeah.
For the same producer, John Jalaz.
Yeah.
And then after Englishman, Robin Hood and then Englishman.
Oh yeah, Robin Hood, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a little bit about, like, sometimes the way you phrase lyrics. I wonder what you can tell me about something like this. Like if we take a track like, you know, where you say, long time ago when my eyes was at my knees. You know, when you're talking about this, your experience of encountering dreadlocks people as a young person. Do you know the song I'm talking about?
Yes. When I was young, kid growing up, they used to tell us that Rasta man is a black art man and we should be scared of them.
Yeah.
Only to grow up to find out that was wrong. That was giving us the wrong teaching.
Right.
So that's when I started to realize and see, oh, so this is it. They're fighting against the Rasta man, so I just make that song.
Well, and then what about even the way, like the image, like when you're saying long time ago when my eyes was at my knees, or you have another track where you talk about when we was used to spend 50 cents in a paper.
Talking about the many changes in life.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just wonder, you know, the way you put it, it's like you give us something visual in your lyrics. Do you understand what I'm saying? That to me is different from the way most other people write.
Yes. Well, it has to be different, and it's all about being different. I mean, I'm a trendsetter, you know what I mean? I don't like to follow trend, I like to set trend, you know?
Okay.
So, maybe that's why.
Okay. Also, what about in that period? So, you've got this kind of crucial, it's you recording at Junjo with Roots Radix at Channel One, and then mostly mixed by scientists at Tubby's.
Yes. It was the same formula anyway. The Englishman, the Robin Hood, the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah.
It was strictly scientist same way.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, what do you want to tell me about that combination? Do you know what I mean?
I couldn't tell you much, man, because I was mostly interested in singing. I wasn't looking at any combination. I just go into the studio and just want to sing, and I just sing. You know what I mean?
Do your thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah. So now, there's also a few little albums that come in that time that, you know, they get a little confusing, so I wonder what you can tell me about it. Like, for example, there's an album called Do Re Mi.
Do Re Mi, I produced that album for myself.
And where did you voice it?
I voiced it at Channel 1 and Tubby's.
So you just took cuts of those rhythms and said, I'm going to try a thing?
Yes, definitely.
So is producing something that you continue to do? Or not really?
Not really, because it changed for me now. You know, I'm established around the world, and if I'm going to do an album, you know, I mean, usually, you know, I mean, we have a budget that we can work from. Okay. So there's a big difference now.
So you're saying there was a concrete change at a certain point?
Yes.
So when was that? When did that point come, and why?
After I leave and go to England to live for a while.
Oh, whoa, see, whoa, ooh, well, hey, under me sense, me under me sense, 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 whoa, see, whoa.
Why did you do that? Why did you move?
Why? Because when I was down here, is all I could see is just producers try to rip you off. They're not paying you. And I mean, they go to foreign and they sell your stuff to record company.
Yeah.
And you don't know nothing about it.
Right.
So.
Right. So you said, I'm out of here?
Yes, and I went to England for the main reason to learn about the music business, learn about publishing. England teach me a lot.
Okay.
On the business aspect of it.
You're saying you stayed there from 82 to 92?
Yes.
And
but my first time to England was 79.
Okay. And you went up to perform?
Yes, I went to do the Black Echo Award show.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was that experience for you like, living in England for a decade?
It was great. That's where I do my biggest hit records. Like Broader Than Broadway, Under My Sensi, To Experience, My Time, you know, Living Dangerously, you know what I mean? Majority of those songs were made in England.
You recorded those in England?
Yeah.
Yeah, now Under My Sensi now, I mean, that ends up in a funny way, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's like the blueprint that ends up being used for Under My Slang Tang.
The Slang Tang was a copy from Under My Sensi.
Yeah.
Because when they come to when they come to England and hear the song, Jammies come back down and do Under My Slang Tang, but it's really the same thing they're really talking about.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a copycat.
What do you want to tell me about whatever inspiration about that? Again.
I didn't care. I was just feel good within myself.
Okay.
To know that they admire my style so much that they would come down and do something like that.
Okay.
And the thing is, they don't give me no credit.
Right.
But I know the truth.
Right.
And even you know the truth.
Sure.
Right.
Sure. Also, I want you to tell me about Here I Come. First of all, what's that song actually about? I mean, are you describing something that's real? Or is
well, as I said, on the intercom, Rosie, Tell Me to Come is a personal experience, not with me. I shouldn't say personal. It's something happened to one of my friends.
Something
you understand? Where they have a kid, the girl have a kid, she was young and she get pregnant, and after she had the kid, she was like murmuring, saying she don't want to stay inside and look after no kid because she want to have fun because she's young. And
so just come and look after your kid, and I'm gonna go and party down?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So what happened in the result of that situation with those people, you know?
Well, she did that, take the kid and leave it with her mom, and she did go out, and only to find out that that's not all to life. Her kid was very important. So she ended up going back home and get her kid, and the relationship with him and she, they split up, and she see that her kid need her, and she just, that's it.
Now, there's a few other albums along the way that creep up here that maybe you can clarify a few things. Like, first of all, you get Poor Man's Style.
Poor Man's Style, I did Poor Man's Style for Linval Thompson.
Yeah.
And Thompson Sound.
And what was it like for you working with him?
It was fun. It was fun.
And that one track there, originally it came as a single on Black and White label. I wondered if you know why.
What's one?
You know, from the album, the one Robin Gone.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know about that?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, all right. Again, I mean, another great track. Anyway.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. And then what about Money Move?
Money Move. That was George Pang. George Pang, my friend.
And what was it like working for him and his approach as a producer?
Well, George Pang, as you know, George Pang is a bad man from Jamaica.
Right.
Well, you don't know. I was trying to get him out of certain things.
Right.
If I could make him be a producer.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and he tried it, and he was very successful.
Indeed.
But after he found out that the part where he's not getting his money properly, people putting out stuff on white label and
really?
Can't find out the fact. You know what I mean? He just said he can't deal with it because he don't want to hurt nobody.
You mean that happened in Jamaica or abroad?
Yeah, in Jamaica.
People were like bootlegging.
Yeah. If the same company, because what they do, they press the record here on the label, and then they press white labels and sell it elsewhere.
So he just said, "I've had enough of this. I'm gonna go back to badmanism." Or?
No, well, he'll always be a bad boy. He's not gonna.
But
nothing strange.
But he just dropped out of the music.
Yes, he said he's too ignorant for that.
Intercom Rosie tell me to come. So she didn't have a daughter, she did have a son. She said the lift doesn't work, run up the stairs and come. And if you don't come quick, you're not gonna know that son. So I grab a bunch of rose and I started to run. Here I come, whoa. 2 months later, she said, come and get your son. Cause I don't want your baby to come tie me down. Now because you are old and I am young. Yes, while I'm young, yes, I wanna have some fun. Run me down, should live a little.
So eventually you moved back to Jamaica, or what happened?
Yes, because firing is very stressful. I mean, it's stressful here in Jamaica, but not as much as there.
Okay.
You know, in the sense that if I'm in Jamaica, I could be able to produce my own food.
Sure.
In firing, I have to buy what they're selling.
Sure.
And sometimes it's not even healthy.
Sure.
Because they use chemical to keep it straight, you know, it's horrible.
And you live out in the countryside
yes.
now? Down where that show is or somewhere else?
Yes, it's in Clarendon.
Oh, in Clarendon. Okay. Back the same place where you used to grow up?
Yes, same place.
Okay. And, I mean, there's many other hits and many other songs I could ask you about, but maybe you can tell me a bit about some of your international releases, you know, like collaborations with other people more recently.
Well, I did something with Shine. It went well. And now I did something with the Rascals from Canada.
So what was it like?
I did something with Snoop Dogg.
When did you do that?
Well, I did something with Snoop Dogg, like for my upcoming album.
Okay.
And I just did something with Shaggy on his album.
Okay.
So it's like the second track on the album, so looking forward to that.
So your first sort of hip-hop connection comes with the Rascals, or there's something before that?
With the Rascals, yes.
And what was it like for you working with them, to have that experience?
It was fun. It was fun. They're nice people. It was fun to work with them.
Where did you record it?
I recorded in Canada.
Okay. And then Shine, you said on that show that link came through that Rascals thing, or initially?
Not through the Rascals thing, but it inspired them. Working with Shine, it was very exciting. You know what I mean? And then the right promotions.
So positive stuff for you.
Mm-hmm.
And Snoop Dogg? Was that one that you personally said, I want to work with this person?
No, well, Snoop come down here for some fest.
Uh-huh.
And actually, I did work with Snoop before we did that, because there was a track that I was working on, and Snoop and Superfly and Daz Dillinger did something on it. But
how long ago was that?
That was from 1998.
And did that get released?
No.
Okay.
But when he come down here last year for some fest, he said he was talking and they was asking him who's his favorite artist, reggae artist, and he mentioned me. And then from there he was saying, you know, I mean, Barrington Levy is talented, and I want to do something Barrington and my new album, and we did it. And I did something back for my album. Oh, I see. And that was the deal. I see. You understand? So that's it.
And I mean, is his style one that you appreciate?
Yes, of course. Okay. Smoke is bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said on that program there, your new album, you've been working on it for like 2 years?
Yes.
And how close are you to finishing it?
I'm not close.
No?
I'm not close.
Why are you taking this
because I love what I do. I'm not in the music business to please a record company or to do. I'm doing it because I love it.
Okay.
And back down in the days, I was like forced to, in a sense, do things, and some of the things that I do was, I wasn't happy with it, but I just have to just live with it.
Sure. So you're at the point now you don't have to go that route anymore?
No, I want to do an album that's gonna make a lot of sense, where people can, you know what I mean, say, yes, this is a great album.
Yeah.
And you cannot do it in rush.
And what kind of musicians have you been working with?
Well, I'm working various musicians. You understand?
Okay. What else besides music are you personally involved in? Or do you have other interests outside of music?
Acting.
Oh yeah? That's something that you've done?
That's what I want to do.
Okay. And
definitely.
Do you have something concrete that you know you're going to be appearing in?
I won't say yet, but there's a little thing going to be happening soon. So let's keep it like that.
Okay. And what about reading books or going to the movies? Is that something that you do? Either one?
Not really. I'm more interested. Oh, thanks, man. I'm more interested in writing. My free time is getting new ideas. Walking on the street is getting new ideas, you know.
You mean like songwriting?
Like songwriting, yeah.
Okay. And if you never pursued a path of music, what do you think you'd be doing right now?
Maybe I'll be a mechanic, or maybe I don't know.
Did you have some training in that?
Not really.
Okay.
But I get an I mark at school for auto mechanic. You know?
Okay. So you might have gone in that direction.
Yeah.
All right, well, just to finalize here, your trademark, this kind of, you know, whoa, or this kind of, you know, like stretching out the vowels in between to interject something. Again, is there some way you can say to us, where did this come from, or how did you develop that?
As I said, it's the vibes, you know. It's just the vibe. I couldn't tell you, I developed these things from there. It just, I pick a sound and I love the sound and I just go ahead and work on it.
Okay. And do you think that that style has influenced people in particular?
A lot.
Anyone you would care to name that you think has drawn from that?
No.
Okay.
But I can hear people, whenever I play at a concert, when they're going home, if 10 of us is on stage, they'll be saying that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And dancehall rock now, this is the 3rd year running for you.
Yes.
So this is an annual thing.
Yes.
And were the first 2 a successful thing for you?
It's growing. It's growing. Last year was better than 2000.
Okay.
So hopefully that this one will be better.
Presumably it would.
Yeah.
And if you would just want to say what the concept behind it is?
Well, the concept behind dancehall rock is back down in the days where when you go to a dance, you find a man would go to a lady and said, "Can I have a dance?"
Yeah.
Nowadays, it don't happen anymore. The girl is on that side and the guy is on this side, and they just look at each other, they dance.
Why do you think that is? Why would that happen?
I don't know. Okay. I don't know why is that, but
okay.
I think that dancehall rock is to bring back that type of vibe.
Sure.
Where one can be worried about take a lady, go have a dance, and all you can think about is to go make love next. Instead of standing up in the dance, not dancing, steering there, thinking, oh, there's my enemy, let's kill him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? When back down the days when you're dancing, you don't have no time to think about that. It's either you're gonna make love or you're gonna dance all night.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe. For more information, visit jetstar.co.uk.
Murder, music, in the dance hall, it's so tight. But we have a happy vibes. Oh, girls, hug up your boyfriend and tell him that you're cold. Tell you let your belly roll. When you come and dance, must make no fuss or fight. You must make the nice vibes right. No need to fuss, no need to fight. If you deal with war, backward stay far. We're dealing with truths and rights. Come some more into my side. Who don't hear me yet, hear me live and direct. Walk with your tape and your cassette. Who don't hear me yet, hear me live and direct.